going to do it. I mean, how fair can you be? Now, the law director's not here. The man's not here. He said he would be here. I called up to the office today. Okay. Got on the phone. He was in a meeting. Okay. Called him back. He called me when I couldn't talk at the time. Then I called back about 5 or 6 times. Nobody picked up the phone. Okay? I'm just telling you the truth. So, this whole process has looked like it's being sabotaged. It really is. Why? You want to know why? It's been a power shift.
That's right.
It's a shift in power. Gary Norton's is gone. Whether you like him or not, Thomas Wheeler is gone. There's going to be 2 new council people no matter what. But certain ones have a problem with the ones that we have. And the interview process was open and transparent. And the people in the interview were satisfied the way we went through it because we wanted to do it right. And we did it right. So now there's a power shift. We can't get any cooperation from upstairs. Okay? She had a responsibility, if she said that we weren't doing it right, to sit down here. If she, first of all, should have stayed on the 29th, then she didn't. She left without telling us. And then, when we had the special meeting, she walks in at 6:25, makes a statement and leaves. What type of professionalism is that? Yeah. Come on! So here we are. We have a responsibility to move a $10 million corporation in the city of East Cleveland. The law director's not here, the mayor, and not going back to Gary Norton. It's almost like an extension of what half the time he wouldn't come to the meetings anyway. Till we got on and kept talking about him not coming to the meetings. So now we got the new mayor, Brandon King. He's not here. But he told us Friday that he would be here. I asked him, I said, are you going to be here? I said, look, we're reaching out to you with an olive branch. We need you and the law director here so we can get this done. They're not here. So, we were willing to do this, but we're not going to do it over now. And we're not going to do it again. Okay? We went through the process. We got to the 2 people. We elected, not in closed session, was open. That's when we reconvened and opened it. And we went through it. It's a matter of record. We can't get the cabinets in the council office for my clerk because we don't have keys. It's a mess. And I would say to everyone up here, Barbara Thomas, Devin Branch, Kelvin, Earby, we have been respectful. And I said, we're not going to get into a thing with them, we're going to take the high ground, and we have. I had a feeling that they both weren't going to show. Okay. But they answer to you guys. Okay, we answer to you. Our intention with this group, and I'll tell you after 20 years of being up here, I think this is the best group we've had. We got someone that's worked in the city, who knows what to do. Every branch is bright. We got all the youth experience from Barbara Thomas. We need to move forward. Okay? What do I feel, and I need to say this. You know what they're afraid of? And I'm going to tell you this. Change.
Progress.
Not only that, here's what they're afraid of. They're afraid, this is my opinion, that them salaries up there, that this group will cut their salaries. That's really what they're afraid of. I know this in my gut.
It's going to be cut.
Okay, that their salaries will be cut.
It's going to be cut.
Okay? So they're playing all kind of games to get around it. We were fortunate. I didn't say this. It was mentioned. We were fortunate to get an opinion from a lawyer who had been practicing for 30 years, former mayor of East Cleveland, Dale Pittman, who said we did the process right. Okay, so we got that opinion. But we're at a standstill here now. Okay, because they're not here. Okay, but we're not going to. And I'm going to go to my colleagues. We're not going to do this process over again anymore.
Right.
Okay. We're not going to do it over again. We need to move forward, etc. It's difficult for me to even deal with a law director. I've dealt with at least 6 or 7 different law directors. Walcott has dealt with a whole lot of them, and I would say this is probably the worst situation from a legal standpoint we ever been in.
Serious?
If we're wrong, come and express it to the public, but you show up before a meeting and you make a statement and leave. Okay, and some of you had a legal opinion how we should proceed. Did you see it? Okay, did you see the typographical mistakes on it? Look at it. Come on.
All the I's are not crossed on the T's. The I's and T's are all missing.
Okay, but I'm going to read it because it was on my phone. I'm going to read what she said for the record. Number 1, follow the 24-hour posting requirements for open public meetings, which does not include weekends and holidays. 2, properly elect council replacements in an open public meeting, which we did, but if this group wants to do it again, we'll do it again. Number 3, properly post and follow charter requirements for an organizational meeting to elect a president and vice president of council. Again, my trepidation is it's not an organization meeting because these guys were not elected. They were appointed to fulfill an unexpired term. Okay, the unexpired term was Thomas Wheeler was recalled. He had 1 more year. Okay, Brandon King went upstairs. He had 1 more year if he's going to run for council. So they weren't elected. We have an organizational meeting when we have an election if they were elected. So, but we haven't had a chance to really dialogue about this because this is what we're dealing with. Now, how do you resolve an issue if you don't have a dialogue with the other and the people are not here in front of the public? How do you resolve it, Reverend? How do you resolve an issue if we can't have a dialogue? So that's where we're at. Okay, so we're going to probably end up going to court. I asked everyone up here, let's take the high ground. Let's not get caught into a whole lot of emotion and all like that. What I've just said to you is the facts. It's the facts. Now, Devin Branch and Kelvin Earby are not getting paid. We don't make anything anyway. We make $4,500 for a whole year. That's all. It comes to something like $140-something every 2 weeks, depending on whether you are using the medical benefits or not. Okay, they haven't been paid. Our clerk, Tracy Peters, who was let go with the power thing when they came into power, if you want to use that term, we can't get her going because he did say this Friday when we met. She's a volunteer. This is what we're dealing with. Was that not said, Barbara? You were there? Was that not said, Earby? They said she's a volunteer. Okay, so, hold on 1 second. And we're going to open up to the public, but we want to get through this agenda. I don't want to be here long. I'll share this with all of you. And when I come in these situations, I pray. Because I have to keep my control. I believe in the fruits of the Spirit, Reverend. And I've dealt with this so long, and experience kind of helps. I pray for us as the people.